an STOP. Came to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the Bears, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, how about this Raiders squad? They had a long drought without playoff wins. You had to go back to the AFC Championship season of 2002, but they got it done under head coach Josh McDaniels.
And Brandon, you know how much I love the history of the NFL. How about this? The Raiders and the Colts, the only teams that currently win a Super Bowl in two different cities. Now the Raiders with a chance to win in their third city.
Meanwhile, it has been a roller coaster ride in Chicago the last few years. They've been up, they've been down, they've had double doinks, but now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Now we do know that the Bears had plenty of success pre-Super Bowl because they won 8 NFL titles to be exact. But as you just mentioned, looking for their second Super Bowl win, they did have another appearance in the big game. That was one that they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 41. The win prior, Super Bowl 20, a huge blowout against the Patriots.
On second down, Barber. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. 36 power.
Throwing is Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground. This time, Barber. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Wilson now off the bootleg. This goes to Barber, the running back. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. Touchdown Bears! From 17 yards out. And the Bears are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Bears 7, Raiders 0. Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
43, 15.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. Now he's loose at the 40. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Fair. Go. Fever. 10-50. Block that. Alert.
Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run the counter with Barber. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man downfield is Johnson. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play quarterback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl.
Yellow! Go, baby.
Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now here's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards and the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 14, Bears 7. Kevin McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him. Down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Hey, 0-0-0.
On second and a long way to go. Wilson. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen stats. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 76 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run with Jackson out of the gun. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Rolling to his right. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown Raiders. Tyler Higbee. 44 yards. And the Raiders continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That one goes for 24 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Going for it all. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
They run again with Jackson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit it, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want